All right, I'm on hole 10 of the Coast to Coast tournament. I'm in the opening round of the Ricky division. Picked up hole number 3 and got the Albie on hole number 9. That's a rare Albie for me. I'll tell you, that's not the that's not a hole that I've Albied a ton of times. So very excited about that. Now let's see if I can get some magic going on. The holes that are really ticking me off are hole number 2 and hole number 4, especially hole number 2. I had eagles on hole number 2 all the time, and now we're in a tournament where it really counts, and I can't hit perfect. That's the deal. If I hit perfect, bam, it's in the hole. And hole number 4 has always been one of those holes for me where it's because I'm in between my numbers on my club, and it's just always been one of those holes. But I do got some shots on it, so let's get out there and get at it. So hole number 10 is going to be Juniper Point, hole number 2. Juniper Point, hole number 2, and I'm doing the no move shot, and the no move shot is, and I've been working it because the numbers, I have to work it for my club. You have to work it for your club. It may or may not work for your club. It may not work because, and here's why. Hey Buster, let's check out long irons. Okay, Goliath hits 135. Grizzly hits 126. Backbone 127. Grim Reaper 126. Which club are they doing? Sniper or Saturn 124. Which club? B52 135. Which club were they doing? Like when it sets you up and you first land on the hole and you're in your long iron. Okay. Which club are you using? Because it's based on the club that you're using, that spot might be slightly different. So I'm having to work the shot a little for mine because I did exactly the thing, and it's no bueno. So hold on here. Let's see here. What am I taking? I'm taking a Grizzly. I'm taking a Navigator. It's putting me close, but I've been in front of the hole, so it's short. Not quite getting enough distance to get me on the right trajectory to put me in the hole. So I started off with, it says 1.1 backspin. What the hell is 1.1 backspin? First of all, if you can split that little teeny thing into tenths, you are a much better player than I will ever be. Because a tenth might as well be a quarter. And now I'm down to so then I went from one. It was probably 1.25 when I started, and then I went to 1, and now I'm going down to half. I think the 1 left-hand side spin's correct, and we're doing a 10% wind adjustment at mid club. Close. 1.1 times 3.8 equals divided by 1.75, 2.4 rings. 1.5. And it's 2.4 rings. So there's 2, 4. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I'm long this time. So I'm long this time. So I went from 1 backspin to a half, and the half I've been short. And so now I'm going to try 3/4. So now we're playing the clock game. I know if a lot of you watch content from a lot of other I mean, there's a lot of great content out there. If you're watching content, a lot of people are like, you know, go to the third one up and you're 3/4 of the stuff up and see that tall blade of grass right there. You want your third bounce to be on that tall blade of grass, and you want to have this set up, and then you can do the thing. If you do that exact shot and then it doesn't work for you, and you go, well, it's got to work because that's what they're saying, and you keep doing it and you keep doing it. If it's not, you gotta you gotta adjust stuff for your clubs. You gotta be that's part of the. There's no everybody out there who's it's like super successful that's won and winning on those. They're they're obviously a lot of them are figuring them out. There's some of the people that are doing content that are just going around and finding what other people are saying, and then they're taking that shot. There are some shots I talked to my buddies. I talked to Dale Appleby a couple tournaments ago. I was watching one of his streams and he shot a shot, and I was like, okay, dude, I'm doing that shot. I'm going to try it. And then I freaking hole in one. Bam, bam. Is this a shootout? This is a shootout. What the hell am I doing? I'm wasting video time. It's on the par 3, and I was thinking, wait a second. They almost fooled me into playing that. Hole number 2, or hole number 11. Hole number 11 is going to be at Juniper Point. Hole number 6. Juniper Point, hole number 6. All right, this is the hole right here that's really pissing me off. If I could just hit it perfect into the hole, I'd end up with eagle. But for whatever reason, I'm just incapable of hitting it perfect into the hole. And I'm taking I'm not wasting if I'm not going to hit it perfect into the cup, I'm just not wasting any big balls. I'm just going to hit a Marlin. I come out here and play this hole all the time one-on-one, and seem to be able to get eagles. I don't know why I have to bring out a bigger ball in order to get the eagle that I can normally get with a Marlin. Can you? Do you have a better shot? Maybe. Cuts the wind down. That's for sure. You bring a Kingmaker or a Katana or something. Hey. Well, I guess you could bring a nav out if you wanted to do it that way. What am I doing here? What the hell is going on? I'm in the wrong bag. What's up, Buster? What are you whining about? 4.3, and I'm doing a 10% wind adjustment, so it's going to be about 4.7. So we're in that neighborhood. Hitting it perfect. What's up, Buster? What are you looking for? You got food over there. You got toys. You got a whole bunch of stuff. Now that's going to put me in about mid-club. So it's the wind divided by mid-club, which is 1.75. I don't normally do any elevation adjustment on here. My problem has not been elevation, it's been hitting perfect. What are you doing? You just want some attention. See, you were nice and calm there in between rounds, and now I'm playing the round, and now you're over here trying to chew my leg off again. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me take this shot. I got a really unruly crowd. Okay, there's Min. There's Magnix. Yeah, I'm going to do the mid adjustment, so it's 3.6 divided by 1.75. 2, maybe 2-1. And just do 2 rings. Oh. Hold on. Right out 2 rings. Hitting it perfect. Wow. It's possible to hit a shot into this hole perfect. Look at that. Woo! Damn. Took me all week to do that. Now, I was aiming right at the flagpole. Let's diagnose that shot. I was aiming right at the flagpole. I know that the wind chart that came out at the beginning of the week talked about elevation adjustments. They're saying take off 10% of the wind. If I would have taken off 10% of that wind, which was 3.6, that would have been 3. That would have put me down to 3 point. Well, it'd be 3.6 times 0.9 divided by 1.75 would have been 185 instead of 2, and I would have missed that shot on the right hand side. So if you're watching and you're like, dude, everybody else is doing a -10, I'm not doing a -10 because I've shot this hole. I literally have probably, I don't know how many times I've played this hole. It's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times I played this hole. And I've never done an elevation shot on there. And if I hit it perfect, it usually goes in the hole. Sometimes you get those really bad side winds, or I make a bad adjustment. It was some kind of error between my stylus and my touchscreen. It couldn't have been me. But on that particular one, it was actually to the left of the cup. It went in half the distance between the edge of the cup and the flagpole. And so on that particular one, I should have added on a little bit of wind. That's why I look at those elevation adjustments and I put those down on my notes, because I want to know okay, maybe they're giving me a head start. So I go out there and shoot a shot and then I'm off, and I go, okay, hey, maybe that 10% is correct. Hole number 12. All right, we're back on this hole. This is an absolutely must-get hole. And there isn't anything at all I like about this. These City Park holes are tough. Okay, that big par 5 right there. This all has to do with the drive. Berserker. Bag number 1 with a big dog. If I need anything other than those 2 clubs, then I epic failed. Let's clear a spot. And I know some people are out there going, why are you worrying about 2 or 3 chests? Because I'm looking for commons. I'm trying to keep, hey, every chest you get, those chests right there have 25 commons in them. You go down and play 2 or 3 and you're practicing down there. Play your pin chest, and if you play for, you're just chilling out watching TV at night down there practicing, there's a lot of great short iron shots in Tour 2 and Tour 3, and you're getting 20-25 common cards in a set, and you play for a couple hours, you can get your 300 that you're looking for every day. And if you don't have your clubs maxed out, you need to be opening up as many chests as you can. There isn't a single person playing this game that doesn't want to get better clubs. I mean, that's just that's the truth. 3-2. 3-2. I'm going to put that power back in it. A little bit of curl. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. Just getting over. Part of the problem I'm having on this hole is I keep ending up to the right, and it's harder and the angle coming up from the right, I would rather be a little more I would rather be in the same spot that I'm at on the left-hand side of that fairway, because I think that angle that you're coming in is a little bit better. But this next shot is not anything. I mean, it is definitely a get up there. Come on. Oh, so close. And I am way up there. I'm going to take 4 wind out. That's 2 rings. Let's hope I don't blow off the back. There's a lot of these City Park holes that have that glitch where you can hit at a certain spot and then a ball slides. And that's one of them right there. See, that's the slide. That's that slide. That's one of many reasons why I don't like these City Park holes, is because there's a ton of holes in this game where that exact shit happens. It felt like it was too much topspin. I was getting greedy. And this has been my problem all week, is I get one up and then I keep dropping one on the minimum. So this is a huge recovery shot right here. If I can even get it to the cup. I'm going to have to go right at it. From this distance, it's close. All right, let's hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if I got my adjustment right. Woo! That was a big recovery shot right there, folks. That was huge. Huge. See if my opponent can get up there. I'm going to be real quiet for him. They hit it perfect. Get in the hole. Hell yeah. Crowd goes wild. Nice shot. Very nice shot. Very nice. Trying to get my heart beating again. I do not like having to take recovery shots. I'm a big fan of fairway to green. If you watch my stuff on a regular basis, I mean, I'm a big fan of fairway to green. Big fan. My whole goal is to teach you guys how to, and help you. I don't necessarily know if I'm teaching you, but at least help you get to the point where your game is so solid that the minimum score is just a given. I mean, like you go out on every course and it's like, okay, the minimum score is minus 22, minus 24, whatever it happens to be. I got that in the bag. So let's start focusing on holes that we want to pick shots up. Hole number 13, City Park, hole number 5. That is one of my complaints about City Park, is it has a lot of those spots on these holes where you can catch that glitch. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Got a call from my sister, checking up on me. What hole were we on? What hole are we on? We're on this hole right here. Is this the hole we're on? Is this literally the hole we're on? This would be hole number 13. Yep, we are on hole number 13. All right, let's let the game fire back up again. So I'm taking, and I actually overhit it last time. I'm going to hit 2 topspin. Let's see here, 2 topspin, and I'm going to take a katana. I'm taking a rock and a hornet. Those should be the only 2 things I need. I'm leaving the putter at home. I am getting the eagle right here. 2 topspin. They might as well just mark me down for an eagle right now. Here we roll. 2 top spin, 2 top spin. Maximum right hand side spin. Rubbing up against the nubs, and I'm doing a 10% adjustment on the drive. Solving world hunger, world peace, and all that at the same time. Max, 2 top spin. I want to be out a little away from that tree. Kind of like halfway between where the tree is and that rough. 10% would be 3-4. That's going to be about 3-7. 100% accurate club. 1 per ring. So 3-7 is 3-7. Rubbing up against the nubs. I want everything on that ball going to the right. That's exactly where I want to be, right there. Right before the tip, right out here. It gives me an absolute, I have nothing but green, but fairway in front of me. I'm in the deepest part of that fairway, so I can try and get more towards my mid club and run it up there. And it almost seems like I need to do an adjustment to the cup. I have not been doing an adjustment to the cup, so I'm doing 0 elevation here, but it almost feels like I need to do an adjustment. But I'm not going to. But it feels like I need to. And that was definitely too far. Just a bit outside. How can they lay off pitches like that? 3.2. Okay, let's see where I'm at in club. There's min. There's max. So that'd be about mid. So, damn, I'm right in I'm still in that damn spot. I'm going to do 1.5 per ring. This is kind of like in between mid and max. 1.5. So it's going to be 2 rings and a titch. Oh! No, I'm screwed because I didn't bring a putter. I left it at the clubhouse, so now I'm going to have to shoot it with my. Long iron. I went out and played golf one day with a guy, and he was like, guy was a super good golfer, super good. Played golf in high school and college, at a college scholarship for playing golf, and he said he got a new set of clubs, and he was pissed because he couldn't hit his 5-iron. This is one shot over here that I haven't tried, is doing this rough bump over here. And I think the next time this hole's in a tournament, I may try getting out there farther. The deal is, if you want to hit the rough bump, you need to get all the way to the other side and try that rough bump. But he went out there, he was pissed because he couldn't hit his 5. He said, I'm having problems hitting my 5-iron. So he went out, and the only club he took with him on the course was a 5-iron. So he took every putt and every shot with his 5-iron. And I will tell you, the guy could pound that 5-iron. It's kind of like me. Sometimes when I go out on the course, I feel like I went out and played one time. We went to San Antonio for a conference, and they had a charity golf event, and it was a 4-man scramble. And we got back. We were staying down on the boardwalk, the river walk down in San Antonio downtown, and stayed up partying until 2:00 in the morning. And then we met this guy that owned a bar. He owned a restaurant, and so it was invited his whole crew and me and a couple of my buddies, and we went to his restaurant, and he wasn't charging. We just went in there and drank until 6:00 in the morning, and we had to be at the golf course at 7:30. So you can imagine how we were that 3 sheets to the wind. there was probably 6 sheets to the wind. I'd slept for like a half an hour before we got there, so I was definitely definitely still on the wasted side. And I got paired up with 2 other guys. Our group was, we didn't have, what was that? That was 4. So we're on City Park hole number 1. So the course marshal tells me, he goes, "Hey, when you go find those other 2 guys, so either one of you needs to take an extra shot every hole, or you guys can split it up." So we get to the first hole, or I find the guys at the hole that we're supposed to start off at, and they look at me when I pull up. They're in their cart, and they're like, "Hey, we were sitting here talking, and we were wondering if you know how to play golf, because we think between the 2 of us, we've played 1 round in our entire life," which is not good. So I tell them, "Look, here's the deal. You guys do whatever you want. Leave me alone. They're going to start coming around here and serving drinks here pretty soon, and I'm just going to keep drinking, and I'll just leave me alone. And here's how it's going to go. I'm going to hammer that drive, the first drive with my driver, or and it's going to go right down the middle of the fairway, or we're going to be in big trouble today." And I went out there, and I was on fire that day. It was probably one of the best rounds I've ever played in my life. Just all by myself. It was a great round. But normally when I go out on a course, if I can't hit my driver with a crop, I get on the first hole, and it's like, for whatever reason today, I just can't hit my driver. I usually go out and hit with a 4-iron. And it's amazing what you can get done with a 4-iron if you know how to use it. But that guy that I was talking about, he had a 5-iron, and he was, oh my gosh. I understand why he got a scholarship. I understand. I go first. I'm going to put a little bit of this on it. My Saturn. There's 1, 2. Right on that cut. Right there. I'm going to be right there on that cut. 2.8. It's 1.9 per ring. So that's about a ring and a half. And I think I'm supposed to do a 10% adjustment. So I did. I over pulled that a little. Hitting it. Oh my God, that looked. I released it. It was right there at perfect. What in the hell is going on? Woo! Look at that. Can't be good, be lucky. That's the motto. I'll tell you, with backspin shots, that's the deal. That's the spot. Can't be good, be lucky. Some par 3s, and there are several par 3s I can think of that, man, you got serious opportunities for hole-in-ones, but mass majority of par 3s in this game, there is, in my opinion, a little bit of luck involved. I mean, you can set it up and you can get hole-in-ones. Don't get me wrong. But there is a little bit of luck involved. Not on all of them. There's a handful though, man. You set those up right and you got hole-in-one. Hole number 7 in this tournament is usually that way for me, but I've been having problems on it this week because of the way the wind's blowing. And I'm going to make a change on it today on the backside here. I'm going to add on more wind because I keep ending up to the right. I don't like it. Good luck in the tournament. All right. That's the way to get that one done. That made up for not getting the eagle on the last hole. All right. Let's see where we're at. We're on hole number 15. This is hole number 6. This is Juniper Point, hole number 5. Juniper Point. Hey, come on. Juniper Point, hole number 5. All right. Getting an Albie here would be nice. I'm taking a big Tapa and a Kingmaker. I'm taking a Grizzly and a Guardian. Big Tapa, Grizzly, Guardian. Kingmaker, Big Tapa, Grizzly. Those are the main two clubs. Guardian's just a backup. Opening up a chest, clearing out a slot. Getting an extra mile there, I think. Extra mile was the very first rare card that I ever maxed out. I worked super hard to get a level 8 extra mile. I spent a lot of time harvesting clubs down in Tour 2. Back in the day, all of the Tour 2 and Tour 7, it was like everything in Tour 2 was in Tour 7, everything in Tour 3 was in Tour 8, everything in Tour 4 was in Tour 9. And it seemed like you got extra miles a little more often. Buster. But Tour 2 is definitely the place to harvest them out. Okay, the wind's going to blow me forward 3.5 miles per hour. So it's going to blow me forward like out into there. And it carries farther down into that hole. So I'm 2 rings off the transitional surface, and I'm going to rub up against the nubs. Hitting it perfect. Should leave me at least 2 rings off. That's probably 3 or 4 rings off that transitional surface. Getting some nice forward roll. That should be in the 390 range. 396. That's going to put me way into my long iron. The only way you would be able to do this shot with a wood is if you had a Guardian. I don't even know even if a Guardian's got enough backspin. All right, I should be doing a 10% adjustment to the cup. So that's 1.1 times the wind. Buster, what are you doing? What are you doing, brother? What are you doing, buddy? 378. That'll be that's about where I was at last time. And that's a pretty good spot. 2.7. It's 2.97 rings. So let's count that as 3. I want to put as much side spin on as I can so that I can get the hell away from that sand. So I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do a 3-ring pull. Three rings. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Just a bit outside. That was a slight overpull. Just the slightest of overpulls. I may change that to I may think about doing a 5 on that. A 5% overpull instead of a 10. I came on here with my odd account earlier on in the week, and I didn't do any adjustment at all. It was in the practice round, Monday's practice round, and I hit an Albie on this hole, and where I had it set up on there could have accounted for that. I was trying to go pretty close to dead center in the cup. I think maybe I'll try the 5% next time. I'll try a 5% adjustment on it and see what that does instead of a 10%. And work it. That's nice. Right in the hole. In the hole. Get in the hole. Crowd goes wild. Nice. Very nice. It's always awesome when you're playing against people that are playing really good It can help you out if you get in a little bit of trouble, a spot of bother. You can also help them out if you get in a spot of bother. It's always best to play against the best competition that you can. When the game first came out, you could have 105 trophies and be playing against a max trophy player, and people were super upset about it. I thought it was awesome. Now you would get your butt kicked all the time, and that's why people would forfeit. That's why they don't show. That's why they don't show how many trophies and stuff you have or your banners until you get on the course, because people would see that somebody had all that and they'd forfeit, or not forfeit, but they'd shut their device off real quick so that it would time out, and then they wouldn't get charged for coins. I always went out there and played with those people, because why wouldn't you want to play against them? You can learn stuff from those people. Okay, we're on hole number 16, so this is going to be Juniper Point, hole number 7. Juniper Point, hole number 7. Much time we got? Plenty of time. All right, this is the hole right here that's pissing me off, and I've been doing a 10% adjustment on it, and I'm going to do a 20% adjustment on it because I keep in enough to the right, and it's with a sniper and a nav. And off we roll. So it's 1.2 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1, which means it's 1.2 times whatever the wind is. I need to do slightly less than 2 topspin. It's been going a little long of the hole, and the speed's been all right, but it's been going just a little long of the hole. It's 3.9, so it's 4.6 rings. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, and I hit it great to the right. Let's check distance here. I think I like the 20% though, because that was a great to the right, and that's about where that put me. So I've been off with the 10%, and the deal is that there's quite a few holes that I can think of in this game where if you're hitting with any kind of tailwind, you may be doing a 10%, but if you're going up against headwind, it's going to change. And I can think of several holes where, like, if I'm going up against the headwind, I go from like a 10% adjustment with tailwind to like a 40% adjustment with headwind. And depending on whether it's a pure headwind or if it's a side headwind, like if it's a side headwind, I might do 30. And if it's a pure headwind, I might do 40. I saw one of my teammates make this shot right here, and he did it with an extra mile. And I was like, he put in the thing, holy cow. I was like, holy cow, holy shit. That was awesome, dude. This is a viable shot. Seems scary as hell to me, but it's a viable shot. I mean, I like rough bumps as much as the next guy, but that shot seems a little scary. Where is my pen? I'm going to change that. I'm changing that number from +10 to +20. And I'm going to do 2 top, just a sliver less than 2 topspin. Right towards 2, but just like almost to 2. I think the deal is I started off the week with my normal stuff, and then it was short, and then I went up to 2, but I was just doing the 10%, and I think it's better with a little less, just a sliver less than 2, but with the 20%. We'll try that out. I'll try that on my 77 account when I play it tomorrow. and see how it rolls. All right. Trying to get up there to the top. See what's up at the top. I really think the whole deal is if you can get a 26, you're giving yourself a shot. Depending on your bracket, it might not be a good shot, but I think in a lot of brackets, really the way that this tournament's playing out and the scores that I'm seeing, if you can shoot a 26, you're giving yourself a shot. If you can shoot a 30, or obviously you're you're in the catbird seat, buddy. But I think a minus 26 will at least, it's a solid top 10 in most brackets. A solid top 10, if not better. City Park hole number 2. Got 2 of these dang City Park holes. City Park hole number 2. All right. I'm taking a rock, a Kingmaker. Hey, come on. Let's roll. Rock. Taking number 2 bag. All that stuff looks good. All that stuff looks good. Kingmaker. Off we roll. Now I'm going for it on this because I have a Spitfire Nirvana and I believe that I can recover. So if I end up in the rough or the sand way down there, I still have a legitimate shot to get on. But if you don't have those in your bag, I would highly recommend that you just lay it up. And you can do the same shot with the QB, 3 rings off the spot that I'm doing instead of 3 3/4. And you can use anywhere between 1 and like 2.5 topspin, and you'll end up right in this fairway area here. The 2.5 will put you, depending on your club, if you got a low level club, 2.5, maybe 3 will put you dead center right there. And you got a great hammerhead Viper shot into the cup. It's not as high a percentage as if you get way the hell up there and you get in your long iron range, but this hole right here is eating people's lunch because of that right there. Now, if they've got a Nirvana or a Spitfire in this case in their bag, they should be all right, but they should have brought a 3-power ball. This is a hole you don't want to dink around with. I'm doing everything I can get on that sucker. Okay, so that fairway area, I want to be 3 3/4 rings off of that fairway area where that rough comes sticking out. Taking the wind out plus 10%, so it's 2.7. Hitting it perfect. See if that puts me right dead center, right through the middle of that fairway area, because I've been moving around that. I was 3 3/4, right. I could probably go just a little bit more. I'm trying to make sure. What I'm trying to do is when I go through that gap, I want to have a grate to the left or the right, and I'll still go through the gap. So getting through the gap is not as important to me as, I mean, it's important to me. But what I'm working on is I want to continue to work on that shot so that I can hit it great to the left or the right, and I'll still end up going through there. Now, let's see if this time I'm in minimum sniper, and let's see if I can actually remember that I'm at 1.5 per ring instead of 1. I over pulled it last time, a whole ring. I'm not doing any adjustment to the cup, I don't believe. To be honest with you, I haven't gotten that far in this shot. Get up there. Uh-oh. 3-power ball would have came in handy right there, dude. So it's 2 rings. I think this is just about the same wind I had last time. Maybe 3 rings off. Maybe 4 rings off that transitional surface. I'm going to put on just the sliverest of backspin. Right towards the edge of that cup. On the outside edge, for some reason it's like it's taking an irregular bounce to the right. I'm going to do 2 rings. Try and hit it perfect. I'm getting lag. And I got lag to great. started off as a perfect. I'm right there at it. I think I do need to do an adjustment on that though, because where I'm at, I hit it great to the right and I ended up great to the right, but it just feels like that's just a little farther than, like if I hit it perfect, I still would have been on the right hand edge or on the right hand side of the cup. I'm gonna split the difference and try. We'll see. Got to hit a perfect in there before I really know. Hold on, Buster. We only got one more hole left. We're on hole number 9 where we got the Albie on the front. Let's see if we can replicate that. Getting up on the green. Put the ball to win. In the hole. Which time we got? We are fine. Got 10 minutes to get the last hole in where the video stops. If the video stops beforehand, thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys. I know I don't have thousands of subscribers like some of the guys that are out there, but I appreciate all of you guys. And really for the content that I put out, I couldn't be happier. My whole deal was I wanted to help people that wanted to play rookie. I wanted to help people get better. And so that's where we're at. All right. Hole number 18. Let's get on it. Let's just go glance at it real quick. I know exactly what it is. Hole number 6. All right. I see it in my mind's eye. I know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm taking an extra mile, a Titan. Extra mile, Titan, and I hopefully want to take a sniper. If I can get down in the spot down there, I want my accurate stuff, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. Cut the wind down. Got it chosen. Now I'm going to take a Titan. What the heck? Just in case. Just in case we end up in some spot of bother, I may need to use the wind. Let me open up the chest. We may need to use the wind, so I'm hedging my bet with a Titan. All right, here we roll. Okay, I'm doing a 20% wind adjustment on the drive, and I'm doing nothing on the shot to the cup. I'm doing a straight up shot. And I'm doing one less than max topspin on the drive. Just trying to hit it perfect. If I end up down at the bottom down here and I'm in the rough, I'm fine. But if I screw up and I end up anywhere up here in the rough, I am SOL. I was trying to get greedy and get way up there where I was just like riding it up, but I decided I would work the backspin number so I knew, or the topspin number so I knew how to get, because if you're there, what I was doing is I was blowing exactly what my opponent was, just blowing through. You can get up from there. Actually, you still have an Albie shot with if you've got a Nirvana. And it's actually a pretty decent Albie shot. I'm not really afraid of using my Nirvana like some people are, but I'm doing a 20% wind adjustment. That's 0.6, so that's going to be 3.8. So it's 4.2 is 2, so it's a little shy of 2. Let's see if I can catch that rough. Oh, hit it great to the right. 1, 2, 3 in the fairway. That's what we're looking for. So if you got an extra mile and 8, it's just max topspin. Thanks. Get in the hole. And they have a Nirvana. So from where they're at right there, I would try, before I would do that, I would get out there on the fairway, move it over to the right so you can see where your bounces are before you start putting on a bunch of overpower on it. I wouldn't go for it at this point. Like if I was them, I would not go for that. I would lay it up over to the right and I would take my lumps. Okay. You didn't end up where you wanted to on your drive. And I know they hit it perfect and they'll probably end up there and they're fine, but I'm not interested in doing those max overpower shots like that. Not on a hole when at that point you're kind of out of the range of Albie. So like get your eagle and move the heck on down the road. It's 3.1. Three 3.1. Try and hit it perfect. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I keep where I'm getting like a lag right there at the very. Oh, I almost got 2 Albies in a row on that hole. That was close right there. Oh, that was a heartbreaker. That was there. Oh. Oh. Close. I thought for a second there that was going to be double Albie on that hole. I don't know. I don't know if I've hit 2 Albies on this hole since the hole came out, and to get 2 back to back would have been amazing. That's a bummer. In the hole, eagle. All right, feeling good on how that hole's going. That was super close. Super. How much time we got on this? Man, we got plenty of time to go see where we're at. And to be honest, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I haven't really been paying attention. I just been playing the holes. I think I was at 25 before this. So is that a 27? That means I picked up. I know I picked up the eagle on 3 both times, which is really in my thing. I got to pick that up every time. So I'm trying to pick up 4 other shots. Did I pick up 3? That's amazing. As crappy as I've been playing this week, that's awesome. Just been not hitting a lot of shots perfect into the cup, and so that is fantastic. So we got another 27 up here at the top. I'm sure this is a brand new bracket, so it'll be interesting to see like where it ends up. I'm sure that 27 is not going to hold up at the top, but I think anything with the 20, I think 26 up is going to be top 10, and then it'll be interesting to see where everybody's at the top of the bracket. But coming in with a 27 tiebreaker and an Albie is going to be a good. That's gonna look really good coming into the weekend round. All right, that was the opening round of the Coast to Coast tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your rounds.